broadly, where all topics are on the table, nothing is off limits. Well, hey, Miss Jackie, it's been a while.
Welcome back.
Yes. And
So glad to be back.
I know a lot of folks were asking why it's been a while. I know with the holidays, it was crazy. And then you got sick. You got the flu.
Yep.
So it's been a couple weeks. So we definitely wanted to have a final 25th episode of 2025.
For our first season. And then our first season will officially conclude.
Yes. And then we'll do a second season mid-January.
Yep.
So I think we have to at least kick it off with holidays. I think our last episode was right before Thanksgiving. So let's talk about holidays.
Okay.
Because we've got Thanksgiving, we've got Christmas, we got New Year's, we got all of it.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about some good, bad, ugly options.
Ugly options?
Well, I can kick it off. There's one ugly option that I have on Christmas, around Christmas, that I really hate.
Okay. Wait. Ugly around Christmas?
Well,
like,
just
those two
something
words don't go together.
I really hate.
Okay.
And it's Elf on the Shelf.
Why?
So Elf on the Shelf was not around when I was a kid, and I tend to be a traditionalist where if it wasn't happening when I was a kid, then why is it happening now? But then I kind of adopted it, and I realized it's about causing more work for parents to do something that you actually really don't want to do. And whoever invented Elf on the Shelf should be in the same category as the person who invented pantyhose. Like, they're extremely uncomfortable. Nobody wants them. Like, it's actually not necessary.
Okay. There's going to be a lot of people that don't agree with you.
Well, that's fine. But a lot of those people might be folks who either haven't gone through Elf on the Shelf, or you're having to move the thing, be creative, and oh my God, like nightly, it's just more work. It's a lot more work.
Did the elf attack you or something? Hating on the elf?
No, but it was just, I didn't really get into Elf on the Shelf with Jake until he was older. And my mother-in-law actually got us the Elf on the Shelf, I think when Jake was like 2, and I refused to do it. So it was like, here's just an elf, and we're just going to put it wherever.
Yeah.
And Jake did not know the story. And then when Grace was born 4 years later, then it became like, okay, now we've got to do it. And Jake was like, why doesn't our elf have magic? And I'm like, because you didn't name him. So now we had to do this whole thing.
Okay, so clearly Elf on the Shelf is not your thing.
No.
Okay. Okay.
Nope.
So
it's just more work. Kind of like I said, like pantyhose. Do you like pantyhose?
I don't like pantyhose.
Yeah,
they're very uncomfortable.
There's no woman that likes pantyhose, especially because
it
makes
I'll disagree.
The back of your butt like itch.
I disagree.
Who likes pantyhose?
They have a sexy tone to it sometimes when they're black, and then you touch your leg and it feels sexy, and you're wearing them, and then you're wearing.
And then you have to scratch your ass.
No, but you're wearing
below your butt.
No, but you're wearing nothing but pantyhose and something sexy. Not that I do that. I'm just saying.
But then it's got like the big like pad like thing in there because you're not wearing underwear. Like, there's nothing sexy about actual pantyhose.
Wow, somebody's hating on pant. Did you not have a good day?
I had a great day. I'm just saying, like, pantyhose are terrible. Fishnets, maybe.
Okay. All right. Do you have any stories you want to share?
No, I'm just saying, like, fishnets could be a little different of a story where you feel sexy in fishnets. But
no, I don't know.
Pantyhose are terrible.
I think
they're called pantyhose.
A pantyhose. Where did that name come from? Pantyhose.
I don't know.
Well, anyway, I think that can be sexy.
You the hose.
I'm a hoe?
You the hose.
I'm not a hoe. I'm too tired to be a hoe. I'm too old and tired to be a hoe. So,
what do you like? What do you like about
garters? You know what?
Yeah.
I actually was thinking the pantyhose. Are those? What are they called? Pantyhose? Like long? What are they called? Like pantyhose?
Garter belts are a little different. When you
that's what it is.
Yeah.
Those are sexy, no?
Those can be sexy, but that's also because they don't go completely over your butt. I found pantyhose that go completely over your butt, start itching under your butt.
So clearly somebody's had some bad experiences with Elf on the Shelf and pantyhose.
Yes.
The question is, have you been wearing pantyhose around the Elf on the Shelf?
Mm-hmm. Maybe. That's why I hate them so much.
Okay. So I don't have experience with Elf on the Shelf because I don't have a kid, but they seem kind of cute. And, parents get creative.
They're cute, but it's a pain in the ass.
All
I'm
right.
just saying, it's definitely a pain in the ass.
Let's talk about the spirit of Christmas,
So,
though.
okay. Are you getting festive?
Yeah, well, I will say that I'm festive the day after Halloween.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
everything goes up. Now it's close to Christmas. I'm over it. I'm ready to take everything down. I'm really, literally like, this is too much.
See,
But
this is why I wait until after
yeah,
Thanksgiving.
but I don't have that power. I just don't have it in me.
Well,
I
because
can't.
I even said before, we do a lot for
I
Halloween,
know. I
and then
know.
I take November off, and then as soon as Thanksgiving's over is when I put out Christmas stuff. And sadly, this year
I just don't
Thanksgiving
have
was
it.
late, so we only have Christmas stuff out for like 3 weeks.
I
But
just
I'm
don't have
good
it
with
in
that.
me. I don't have it in me.
I know.
Maybe next year, but I just love the lights, and now I'm sick of the lights.
Okay, so your favorite thing is the lights. What else?
I love the lights. About Christmas,
Yeah.
I love how everybody seems to be happy. I love
Ish. Have you been to the
happy-ish.
mall? Have you been to Target?
No, but I
Like,
do love the
have you been
feeling.
to Target on like Christmas Eve at like 4 o'clock?
It is bad, but Target's bad all the time.
It's like cut a bitch.
No, there's two. I will say this though. What I do
Uh-huh.
hate is you watch the commercials and everybody's like, "Oh, it's snowing."
Jingle.
Yeah, and it's like you're gonna get a Lexus. Still haven't gotten a Lexus. You're gonna get all these things, and Santa's coming. And I always feel bad for the kids who have nothing. It's so like I feel like it's kind of like a mind fuck for a kid because it's supposed to be this way, the way they market it, and it's
Uh-huh.
not. That I don't love. I feel very sad for especially kids that just don't have anything,
Yeah.
and they're gonna get a spoon or something. A sock, maybe 2 socks, a pair of socks. But I don't like that. I don't love that. I think it's sad.
Yeah, it's just super
And
sad.
sad for me because I'm ready for the snowstorm and it's 60
Okay.
freaking degrees outside.
Womp womp. Yeah. No, it's definitely very warm here, which does not make it very
Christmassy, right?
Christmassy.
But so I love Christmas, but I have
Uh-huh.
my moments. How about
Yeah.
you?
We have a couple of traditions. So I
Mm.
inherited my old family recipe for eggnog. So we always
Mhm.
make that, which is really good,
Mhm.
super delicious.
Strong.
I've got a couple of families that have inherited our recipes. So kudos to you guys. I feel like anybody who can embrace the real eggnog is my people.
The real eggnog.
What I love the most is Christmas is exhausting. And I
It
think I
is.
even said what I love about Thanksgiving is this one day. And I
Yeah.
do agree with that. But what I love about Christmas is the lights and then the build up. And I love watching all the bad Christmas movies, all of them.
Mhm.
From Elf, which I love, to the bad Lifetime Christmas movies. Like I'm just a sucker for all of it. Oh my God, I love them. I love them.
Yeah.
I love how everyone is happy and I love it.
Yeah.
What about you? What do you love
What's
about
the
Chris-
question?
What do you love about the Christmas movies?
I don't love Christmas movies. I think
None?
they're cheesy.
None?
No.
You've got to have a favorite.
Die Hard.
Okay, definitely. Okay, so
Die
that's
Hard
the
was a
debate.
good Christmas.
It's
I
definitely
think
a
it's
Christmas
considered
movie.
a Christmas movie.
It's
Yeah.
absolutely a Christmas movie. Absolutely.
Yes,
my
I
sister,
think it
my
is.
sister is over here listening to that, and she's shaking her head. It is 1,000% a Christmas movie.
Yes.
And
Or-
people are like, but they could have filmed that over Easter, and it wouldn't have been called an Easter movie. But the point
It was a Christmas movie.
no company does a company party at Easter.
Yeah.
They do it at Christmas.
No, it was a Christmas movie. It was
It's
all
a
about Christmas.
Christmas movie.
Yeah.
That's the point.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. Mhm.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I love that one.
Love it.
So I did watch It's a
Hans
Wonderful Life.
Gruber. Yeah,
It's
sorry.
a Wonderful Life.
Yeah. That's actually not my favorite. My sister's gonna shank me in the night.
Well,
over
I
this.
didn't say it's my favorite, but it was one that was introduced to me as an adult, and
Yeah.
it was cute.
So I appreciate It's a Wonderful Life, but it's not my favorite at all.
Okay, what's your favorite?
So I've got a couple. I think Elf. I think A Christmas Story is always a classic.
I don't think I ever saw that.
Oh my God, you should be shanked for that in and of
Who's
itself.
in it?
I don't even know, and it doesn't even matter. It's just one of the best Christmas movies ever.
I never.
A Christmas
okay.
Story. Oh my God, it's so funny, so good,
Okay.
and I actually really love Violent Night.
Violent Night.
Yes,
Christmas movie. Okay.
So good.
I like where you're
It's
going with that.
So good.
Okay. So what traditions do you have? One, growing up, but two, that you have created with your kids.
We were very fortunate. My grandparents, in particular, were very keen on making Christmas Day magical. So I think we tried to do that, especially with our kids and even my nephew. Like I would visit him quite a bit when he was younger. Just creating the magic that day of
Hmm.
was so critical.
Yeah.
So what about you?
So we, my family's from South America, and we
Yeah.
actually did Christmas Eve. Like that's the night, Christmas
Okay.
Eve, and
Yep.
most of Latin America, they. So we would have our gifts, and we'd go to midnight mass, and then we'd have dinner. So like at 2 a.m. So Christmas Day, there's nothing to do but sleep because you're up all night. But it's not just your family; you've got your cousins, you've got family, and
So when did Santa come for
so I don't know
you?
that I ever believed in Santa. I had older siblings, so that's one problem.
But y'all didn't have a period of time where it's like Santa came, or was it when you were at church? Like that's when Santa came for you?
No, because we'd open our gifts beforehand. So Santa just kind of showed up and gave us our gifts. I mean, there was never a Santa for me. It was just kind of a weird situation.
Okay. All right.
I just never believed in Santa, but I had older siblings and I'm smart. So I knew, I just knew.
So I learned about the whole Santa thing when I was 7. I mean, I had an older sister, or have an older
I was going
sister.
to say, I
I mean,
hope
she's
you
still
still have
alive.
her.
But she didn't ruin it for me. In fact, she probably extended it. But I just remember my grandparents had some gifts under the tree that said "From Santa," and that's when I was like, I was already suspecting.
Yeah.
So the fact that my daughter is now 10, this is the year that she kind of learned
Suspects.
it.
Oh.
And it was hard on her. Like I feel bad. Like she learned more so from
Oh.
those damn elf on the shelves. Fuck you, whoever did that.
I think that, there was a couple of times I remember my mom's like, well, Santa is going to not, you're not going to get anything because you're being bad. I'm like, well, we have no chimney, so how's he even going to get in here? And
He figures out a way.
And two, you won't let me go into the bedroom, so I'm thinking that's still suspect. So I think I was just a wise kid because I had the siblings.
Sure.
So, but I loved our tradition. One of my favorite Christmases was going to Latin America, and it's just a whole different vibe. With the culture is different. So there's dancing. Here you drink, you chat, but there's no real dancing.
Oh, we can dance. Jackie, we're dancing after this.
Okay, but you and I are the only ones. But there you've got the music. You've got the music going, and you've got the family dancing, and it's just a whole different vibe.
I know.
And there's a lot of liquor drinking. Where here, I feel like
Liquor? You don't even know her.
Well, I feel like it's a little more subdued adults here versus there. So that was one. We went to Latin America. We had a family reunion, and we just had an amazing time. It was one of my most memorable Christmases.
What's funny is I feel like your family and my family would have gotten along great.
Maybe.
With the homemade eggnog.
Mm-hmm. Do you know what it's called where I'm from?
What?
Rompope.
Rompope.
Isn't that sexy?
What does that mean?
Eggnog.
Oh, it just means eggnog?
I mean,
It's not like stiff dick.
I mean, I can ask somebody.
Rompope.
I can ask somebody.
I'm going to get a rompope after drinking some eggnog.
I think it's because it doesn't have vodka, rum in it.
Rum?
Yeah, so
brandy.
Rum is rum.
Whiskey.
So I guess like you're rum popping it. I don't know. Rum pope.
Hey, you're rum popping it into somebody's vagina.
I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna have to investigate that. But no, I'm glad. I'm glad when Christmas comes, and I'm glad when it's over.
Yeah.
Like I take everything down the day.
I know. It's
after.
exhausting.
Yeah.
I'm the same way. I take everything down the day after Christmas because I just don't want to have to deal with it after the fact. Like I kind of just want it clean and organized and enjoy time away from quote unquote work.
Yeah. Let me just say this: that if I have time on Christmas Day, it comes down on Christmas Day.
Really?
Like over it.
Even already then, I'm always exhausted on Christmas Day.
Yeah, it's a little bit different, but I can't believe we're going into 2026.
I know.
2025 was quite the year, wasn't it?
It was. So what are you looking back on in terms of 2025?
Whew. We both were laid off, which everybody seems knows that. But actually, there's a lot of gratitude.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about that because I feel like 2025 came in a blink. Like it's done. And so there's a lot of gratitude. As you know, I got a part-time job working, and so I'm grateful for the opportunities that I had. not finding my dream job yet, but that's okay. And I think that for me, I realized I would buy stuff just to buy. Like my therapy was, hey, let's go to Target and,
Whatever. It
buy
doesn't matter.
stuff. And
$100 here,
well,
$50
and
there.
I don't know, I don't wear hats, but all of a sudden I see myself running in a field with this beautiful hat, but I won't wear a hat. You know what I mean? Or
Why are you running in a field with a hat?
exactly. But
That's the question.
I'm not big on lip gloss, but for whatever reason, my lips will shine differently, and the angels will sing if I buy this lip gloss. And
Uh-huh.
so, not having a job made me realize that I just spent on things that didn't matter.
Yep.
So I'm grateful that I have learned. For now, we'll see if that changes.
Today.
But I've learned that I don't need as much stuff, and to really appreciate what I have and live in the moment. So
Yeah.
I'm grateful for 2025. Kind of a shitty start in terms of what my year, but yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm the same way. Obviously, I didn't experience my layoff until a couple of months later, but similar, where all of a sudden you are questioning instead of buying this stupid thing that really wouldn't mean a big deal, even though it's only $12. But it's like, I don't need it. My
Mhm.
kids don't need it. Like, why am I going to buy that?
Yeah,
And then that starts adding up, and it's like $12 here, $15 there, $20 there.
$3,000 later.
And I've now learned a little bit more about not spending stupid money on shit that you just don't
But
need.
also appreciating other things. So, okay, I'm
Yes.
not shopping as much, but I'm walking the dogs more, or I'm
Yes.
going outside more. I'm doing things differently.
Yep.
Just appreciate. I've been reading more, and
So-
I recently I love documentaries, as you know, and one
Uh-huh.
of them was it's called 1975, like everything breakdown of 1975. And if you watch it, you realize that was 50 years ago, but also a lot of things have stayed the same.
Uh-huh.
So if you, I don't remember, I can't, give a list, but if there's like 10 things that they talk about, I'm like, oh my God, that's happening now. So I realized too that you just have to live in the moment and be happy with everything, because things aren't changing around you. It's not like I'm going to buy this stuff and the angels are going to sing and things are going to be great. The world is shit. It's going to continue to be shit. So you really, for me, have to find the happiness within.
Right.
And so, yeah, that's what I learned in 2025. And I'm very grateful. I love we have an audience member in our number one fan is here. And yeah, she is amazing. So she's visiting from Washington State. She's here. So we're going to post a picture of her on Instagram, but it's nice having
Yes.
having a little fan sitting over there
fan,
watching us.
fandom.
But
Well,
but yeah,
the
but-
one thing I will say too about Christmas is now having a 10-year-old girl. The items on her Christmas list are so different than what
oh, I can imagine.
happened even last year versus myself at her age. But the whole rage is face care, which
Ah,
I can appreciate. Like, I think it's good that you're teaching your kid at a young age about washing your face and putting moisturizer on
Yeah.
and sunscreen, but it's not makeup, it's not mascara and eyeliner and lipstick, but it's about moisturizers and tonics
Yeah.
and
wow, at 10.
facial wash and everything. And she loves going through it. And what's so funny is I did an advent
Wow.
calendar with her, and obviously some of them are items that are not appropriate for her skin. And so I told her, anything that's for old people,
Old
I'll
people.
pay you $2 for. So I think I owe her like $8, but I'm getting some really good ass
Yeah.
products. So for all the other moms out there that are having to buy advent calendars that are beauty related, go for the good stuff, because there's going to be stuff your kid can't have and you can just get.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
amazing.
yeah.
I was like online or something, and I look at Kim Kardashian's kid. She's 12, right? And she's got the fake nails and the makeup and the hair, and you can argue that the hair is cultural, right? Because it's the weave stuff or whatever,
The big
whatever
braids.
it's called. Yeah, but that could be cultural.
But it's also
But
like
then-
bright blue right now.
But the nails and the makeup, it's just beyond my comprehension how a 12-year-old.
And she's 12.
12.
Like, I looked at a photo and she looks 18.
But I guess my argument is, at what age do you let your kid do that? Like, to me, my parents were like 15 years old, 16. That's when you can, wear makeup. And back then, of course, I wanted to say, no, I want to do all this stuff. And of course, I had to listen. And now as an adult, I get it, because you don't want your kid. If I could go back to being
To
a
grow
kid,
up
I'd love
so
being.
fast.
I love that, right? And you've got all these predators, especially online, which is really creepy. But
Yeah.
it's just at what age do you say, yeah, go ahead and wear your lipstick and your nails and your all that craziness that adults should be doing? Like, at what age is appropriate? And I'd love for people to chime in and tell us, because maybe I'm old school, maybe I'm old, maybe I'm like cultural. I don't know. Maybe I'm just boring.
Right.
But it's just beyond my comprehension how you let your 12-year-olds get fake nail. Like, I don't. It was so disturbing me that I felt the need to talk about it because I don't
Well,
understand it.
so
But
I
you have
will.
a kid,
So I will say on the nails standpoint, Grace goes to a Catholic school and wears a uniform. So at an earlier age, we started getting her nails, quote unquote, done.
But do you feel like, so she's 10, which is obviously a child.
It's
But
young.
do you feel like now you're setting her up to always have that expectation of,
So
I need to
yes,
have my nails done
yeah. So
forever?
she's absolutely being set up for failure in that
I don't
regard.
want to use. I
But
don't want to say that.
but
I'm just
I
asking.
guess my point is because she goes to Catholic school and she doesn't get to express herself with her clothes, a little bit on shoes, not much, a little bit on hair, not much. So her
Mhm.
nails are the one thing that maybe she can kind of do something a little more avant-garde.
Mm.
So I don't feel as bad about it, but you're right. Yeah, I mean it's bad. Like shame on me. I probably
No,
shouldn't.
and
No, but I
that's not
probably
what I'm getting
no,
at.
but I mean like she probably should not have gotten him done as early as she did, but that's why I allowed it, is because you don't get any outlet to express yourself. So,
Yeah.
except here. But
'Cause I
like
don't
to
want
your
it to be
point,
like,
when you look at Northwest, like when I looked at her, she does not look 12.
Yeah.
She looks way older. And she had the aquamarine hair braided in. She had the super long nails. Now, granted, she doesn't have to worry about
anything.
much at all.
Anything, yeah.
But outside of therapy, probably. Like,
Yeah, no, I guess that's the whole point of,
yeah.
for me, keep a kid. Because once you cross over, and, as an adult, I wish I was still a kid sometimes.
Yeah.
So, and I don't have children, so that's just my personal opinion, is keep a kid
Yes,
a kid.
you do. You have some fur babies.
Well, that's
Lots
true.
of fur babies.
But they don't need fake nails. They don't even want them painted. For me, keep a kid as long as you can be a kid, because this world is just shit. So that's just my own personal perspective. So I thought it'd be good conversation. And I'm curious to hear from other people, like your sister's here. I'd
What's
love
the
to
right
hear her
age?
perspective. Or what's your, like, what is the right age, or what's your opinion? Or am I just such an old school, boring old lady?
Yes, I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. But I think as a parent, you have to go with your gut.
Yeah,
At the same
for sure.
time, you do have to understand that things like piercings, tattoos, all that stuff, hair color, like all that stuff now just
Yeah.
doesn't seem to be as big of a deal as it was 30 years ago.
And
And
it's-
nothing's permanent.
That's true. Let's talk about a year in review for 2025.
Okay.
This year has been crazy, but so a couple of things stand out to me. This whole AI revolution, to me, as being unemployed and changing, it's crazy how much that's changed.
Ugh.
Within a year,
And
how
every
AI,
job is about AI.
and exactly, and it's just mind blowing how AI has taken over.
Yeah.
And if you watch the show Breakdown 1975, they talk about computers taking over back in 50 years ago. And I wish I could go back and say, oh, you have no idea. It's just that to me. And so many deaths,
Yeah.
like Rob Reiner recently, that was unfortunately a murder, but just so many deaths of this year that have been just
Tragic and
It has
unfortunate.
been tragic. Yeah. And our new president, whether you love him or hate him, we have a new president. And that, I feel like,
I don't know if he's new.
well, no, but
Yeah.
yeah, but also how I feel like it divided the country,
Yeah.
and which is very sad to me. But
Yeah.
something is always dividing this country, so hey, but
It's
so
definitely worse now than it's ever been. That's
crazy.
for sure.
I remember when 9/11 happened and everybody was so united, and I remember thinking, God, is it going to take that for this country to unite? Everybody was nice to each other,
Yeah.
and now everybody's just fighting about everything. It's
Everything.
just been an interesting year in review. So those are the things that stand out to me, is the AI, the new administration, and then so many deaths of really famous people. How about
Yeah.
you?
I also think just starting this podcast has been so rewarding on so many fronts. And what I'm most proud about is the fact that my 14-year-old son,
That's
and on his
awesome.
Christmas list, he wants a speaking broadleaf
That's
sweatshirt.
awesome. I love him.
And I love it. Like I've got a 14-year-old that's, I'm super proud of you to the
Yeah.
point that I'm going to actually wear your sweatshirt to
Oh,
high school, which if anybody has a kid in high school
that's
knows
awesome.
they're really worried about their street cred. So
Let me just
that
say
makes me really proud.
to Mike, who said I would wear one, but it can't be cursive and it's got to be a certain color and it's got
Yeah.
to be. So I'm proud of Jake for wanting that because Mike would too, but it's got to be very specific. So go,
Yeah.
Jake.
So Jake's amazing.
I will say we've learned a lot.
Yes.
We have. I remember the first time we started and we recorded,
Oh
and
my
it took
God.
us like 10 times to get it right. Yeah, I remember. And now it's like, oh yeah, let's just record. We got it. We got it.
Yeah. It's been super fun. I think in general, just 2025, it's taught me you shouldn't give up on what you're trying to achieve, whether it's pivoting to something new, or we're both trying to find new jobs. So it's not like we're giving up on corporate America,
Right.
but at the same time, it's like I need to find the right fit. I need to find the job that's going to be the right job. And I think in the last month and a half, both of us have seen some momentum in that direction. So maybe we'll have something new to share in 2026.
Yeah, I'm proud of us too because it was a shitty year.
Yep.
And I remember a friend of mine saying that we are 99% better than what is it the saying where we have it better than 99% of the world's population.
Okay.
So even on a bad day, our absolute worst day is still better than somebody else's, best day.
Okay.
And I remember that often. So I think about that. So I'm proud of us for thinking that way and kind of moving forward because in a whole it was shitty, but if you put it into perspective, we actually had a pretty good year regardless.
Sure. Yeah.
So I'm proud of us. And, starting the podcast was not easy, but we did it. We have fans. We have a number one fan even watching us today.
Hey,
nice.
We've got multiple countries. I love it.
Yeah. And, I got a new dog.
You got a new dog.
Yeah.
Miss Lily.
And, I will say that in my mind, I think I was replacing my old dog and I might have gotten her too soon. But I love her, and it's funny how we've adapted our lives to make her happy. I wouldn't trade her for anything. So it's been a good year. So I will say I want to, because 2026 is coming. We have a new year. So there's a couple of things that I want to say that I'm going to do. So when we talk about this next year, I have it on recording.
Okay.
So the one thing I want to say for 2026 is to increase our audience and our followers.
Yes.
I don't want to have a number, but what my vision is for 2026 this time next year is I want to have more followers.
Yes.
So that's one of the things for our podcast. I want to work on meditation. Ooh. I feel like I've been really just all over the place. I want to really focus on having that quiet time that centers me during the day because I feel like I'm all over the place.
Are you going to do it in the morning or in the afternoon, or what are you thinking?
Morning. Okay. So when I wake up in the morning, and I usually walk the dog, it's the first thing I do, but really focus on it because my mind is all over the place. And I've always been positive, but I've been challenged this year with the whole job thing and wondering what I'm going to do. So I really want to work on that. Have I been positive because I've been so lucky and my life has been so great? So I want to be able to work on that positivity all the time.
All the time.
And I want to get into my white jeans again and feel good about.
Okay, what size are your white jeans?
That's not relevant, but I have like 3 different sizes in my closet. And my goal for this time next year is to be back in my white jeans and feel good and be able to breathe without turning purple.
Okay.
So those are the goals for 2026. And so guys, you heard it here first. Mm-hmm. And this time next year I'm going to be in my white jeans kicking ass.
Yeah, I love it. Cheers. I'm going to do a cheers.
And one more thing. I want to hopefully be in a job that I really love and I don't get laid off.
Right.
That's what I'm looking for. Yeah. How about you?
I had to do the unofficial cheer.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I would say for our podcast, I would love for next year for us to be able to monetize it, which effectively is the number of downloads and followers that we might have, getting to a point where we can actually use this as an outlet.
Okay. I love it.
Beyond just having fun
therapy.
And having therapy, right? I too would love to have a job that I believe in and I'm excited about, and one that I can devote my time and attention to wholeheartedly, like I normally have done, but maybe in an industry or with a company that I think appreciates it,
Yeah.
and do that. And then, I would like to. So, given my age, and I'm starting some hormone replacement stuff, I actually really want to get back to being really horny and having sex like 3-4 times a week.
Yeah.
I
Right.
don't
With your
know.
husband or with somebody like from the
With
street?
absolutely with my husband.
Okay.
But like, I really want. That's what I really want. Like, I'm super excited about starting the conversation with my doctors, starting the hormone replacement stuff, and I'm just hoping that my libido overtakes my 20-year-old self, and that Drew's like, I need a break. Like, that's
So
what I need my husband to be like, I need you to start pumping me because I'm like, I can't, I'm raw. I can't do it.
I am
want
pretty
my
sure your
50-year-old
husband wants that too.
Yeah, I'm sure he does too, but I want him to be at a point where it's like,
Too much.
I can't, my penis is raw like it was when I was 20.
Okay.
And I need a break.
Okay.
Like, I need
So
him.
you heard it here first, folks.
That's my goal. That's my goal.
Next year, we're hoping Drew has a raw penis.
Well, I'm Drew to have a raw penis.
Yes, that is the goal.
And for Jackie to be in her white jeans, not related.
I see a difference here. White jeans fitting into them and a raw penis. Okay.
I know.
Okay. Anything else that you see for next year?
No.
So, it's funny because I thought mine was all exciting, but yours is really exciting. Like,
I think we need to check in on this, like, as we go. Hey-o.
We might give, we can give updates throughout the year.
Well, and I will say, on the hormone replacement thing, like, we've touched slightly on our age and premenopause and menopause and all that kind of stuff. But my sister is visiting, and she introduced me to a website called the Buff Muff.
The Buff Muff. Okay.
The Buff Muff. And it's about getting your muff buff. It's about, like, helping your vagina and working all those muscles. So it's not just Kegels. It's not just that. It's, like, other stuff to, like, help you improve your vagina. It's a vagina coach.
So it's get.buffmuff.com.
Yeah.
For anybody who's interested.
Okay.
Get.buffmuff.com.
And so apparently, and what's funny to me is that she's telling me this, and she's talking about Kegels. Do you, as a female, start doing Kegels because you hear somebody talking about them? Like, I find myself doing Kegels while we're talking about it, just to be like, well, I'm doing them now.
Are you doing them now?
I totally am doing them now, and you
I
can't
kind of
help.
am too.
Yeah, right? Like, you can't help but not.
Oh my goodness!
Mm-hmm.
I want to know if our audience members are starting to do it now.
Right? They're like, I can just see Guillermo being like, I'm trying to do Kegels, but I don't have them.
Okay, that's my cousin. So if he's doing that, I'd be concerned. But you go, Guillermo.
You go. Yeah, but yeah, Buff Muff.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe
So if
maybe that should be our 2026 goal too, is to have a Buff Muff.
So that is a goal for 2026. If anybody's listening, hold us accountable. So I think it's about time for our sip and sign off.
Okay, so what's your sip and sign off?
So, I love documentaries. I think I've gotten to that age where shows are no longer interesting to me.
Okay.
So I've got a few that I thought were really good. I want to recommend.
Uh-huh.
One's P. Diddy. He is scum of the earth, yes.
Yes.
And he is not monetizing this, which is the reason I watched it.
Yes.
50 Cents is the one that produced it. But yeah, it's really interesting. I mean, he's a piece of shit, obviously, but it's interesting to watch. So I'll recommend that one. And I watched another one, which nobody knows who Paul Anka is, and I didn't either. But he's really great. He's written songs for Michael Jackson. Like, he is 80-something years old. He's been singing since 15. But he's also Jason Bateman's father-in-law. But he's got this long history that nobody knows about. But then you're like, oh, I know that song. So it's really interesting. And then the other one, last but not least, Simon Cowell. Really saw him in a new light. So he's got one on Netflix called Simon Cowell, I think, boy band. I don't know. Simon Cowell. Look up Simon Cowell on Netflix. But it's pretty good. I enjoyed it.
It's really good.
He's actually a lot nicer than I thought. He really cares about the kids and the boys, or whatever you want to call them, your young men.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah. His wife is really down to earth. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. So I would say Simon Cowell on Netflix, Paul Inc. on HBO Max, and P. Diddy on Netflix. and my mom Jane, which is about Jane Mansfield on HBO Max. It
Oh,
came out a few months ago, but it was really good. So I would
she
say
was
that's
decapitated
she was, and
in a car crash.
but
I think.
when you look at the 18 wheelers and they have that bar, it's called the Mansfield bar, and it was created because her car went underneath an 18 wheeler, and that's why she was decapitated. And so they created the bar, the Mansfield bar. So when you hit the an 18 wheeler, if you were to rear end it, you don't like it basically stops your car from going underneath it. So
Wow.
that's what that's called the Mansfield bar. I didn't
I
know
didn't know
that.
that.
Yeah, so it's really a great documentary. Mariska Hargitay, her daughter did it. So she's Law and Order SVU.
Yeah.
So it was a good documentary. So I would recommend. I love documentaries. If
Yep.
anybody out there has a documentary for recommendation, would love to hear it because I love a good documentary.
So my sip and sign off. Well, first off, I'm going to say I'm sipping off with my eggnog, homemade eggnog
Which is delicious.
from my family, my old family recipe, Troy recipe eggnog, which is amazing. But I will also dovetail on your comment on the P. Diddy documentary. So it's Sean Combs' The Reckoning. And I will say, so there was another Netflix documentary that I think came out during the trial. And if you watch that, you might think, oh, I kind of already know everything. But this documentary, because it was done from actual video footage that P. Diddy made available, whether he meant to
No, he didn't.
or not, but it was available, really shows, honestly, how horrible of an individual he is. And honestly, why he got off as light as he did.
Yeah.
But when you see who he is as a person and how he exploited everybody who did anything for him, like he is truly a despicable individual.
Being, yeah.
I hope everybody watches that and then blackball him as an individual in the industry. He has nowhere to go and he's just going to be destitute, and that's going to be a good day in hell.
Yeah, but unfortunately, our audience probably isn't the one that's making him money. But nevertheless, despicable human being, but
it's worth watching.
Yeah, for sure.
Totally worth watching.
Yeah.
So everyone, have a wonderful holiday. Have a good New Year.
And I do want to say thank you to our audience members for supporting us.
Yes.
Our listeners. Yeah.
Whoop, whoop.
So we're incredibly thankful for all of the individuals and people out there that are listening and supporting us and sending us text messages saying, why don't you have an episode this week?
Yeah. It
means a lot. We're small and we're growing, and hopefully by this time next year we'll grow even more, but we will never forget our true followers. And, I'm very grateful and appreciative of the people that have grown with us through our sound issues and our everything. So I want to say thank you to our followers and listeners.
And we will see you next year.
We'll see you next year, next January.
Yes.
So, all right.
Thank you.
Signing off. Happy
Bye.
holidays. If you enjoy this podcast, please follow, like, and share. You can find us on Instagram and TikTok.
And we